Imagine a world where flying taxis zip through neon canyons, cosmic opera singers save the universe, and humanity's last hope wears orange suspenders and speaks in a language that no one understands. Welcome back to the Nostalgic Corner. Here we revisit the movies that shaped the 80s, the 90s, and of course the early 2000s. The ones that kept you fired up long after the videotape has been removed from the VCR. Today we are strapping in for a trip to the 23rd century with Bruce Willis, Mila Jovovich, Gary Oldman, and Chris Tucker in Luc Besson's The Fifth Element, a sci-fi fever dream that's equal parts space opera, fashion show, and chaotic action comedy. It was released in 1997. The Fifth Element isn't your typical sci-fi movie. It's loud, it's funny, and absolutely bursting with imagination. It's the kind of film that feels like it was dreamed up by a child who got their hands on a box of crayon and a stack of comic books and somehow managed to make it all work. So, a quick summary of the movie. In the 23rd century, the universe is threatened by an evil force. Now, the only hope for mankind is the Fifth Element, which only comes to the earth every 5,000 years to protect humanity, with the stones of life. Stones that have the four elements of life: fire, water, earth, and air. You know, something out of the Avatar film. However, the spacecraft bringing the Fifth Element is destroyed by the cruel Mangaloids. A team of scientists then use the DNA from the remains of the ship, or the remains of the Fifth Element, to rebuild the perfect being called Lilu. She escapes from the lab, stumbles upon a taxi cab driver who happens to be a former elite commando. His name is Major Corbin Dallas, who helps her escape from the police. Lilo informs him that she must meet with a priest, Father Vito Cornelius, to accomplish her mission. Meanwhile, the evil uses Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg, a cruel mercenary, and a team of vicious Mangalores to retrieve the stones and to stop Lilo from protecting the Earth. But the experienced Corbin Dallas, who by this point has fallen in love with Lilo, decides to help her retrieve the stones and, of course, accomplish her mission. Bruce Willis plays Corbin Dallas, your classic tired ex-soldier just trying to drive his flying taxi in peace. Cue Die Hard. He is sarcastic, cool under pressure, and somehow always ends up saving the galaxy. You know, the usual Willis thing. Mila Jovovich, she takes on the role of Lilu and does it brilliantly. She's mysterious, beautiful, and can fight off an entire squad of aliens while speaking in her own made-up language. There's this perfect mix of innocent and power in her, like she's from another world but still feels totally human. Also, the orange suspenders, to be fair, it was iconic. And then there's Chris Tucker's Ruby Rod. I can just see him now, the high-pitched voice, his ridiculous pout of, his team of assistants hanging onto his every word. The man himself is chaos personified. He's loud, he's flamboyant, he's absolutely unforgettable and outrageous. Every time he's on screen, you can't look away. You're just trying to keep up with his energy, trying to keep a straight face, which is virtually impossible, by the way, because he's hilarious in every way, not to mention the screaming and the come in my bed when he's talking to Corbin Dallas. It's ridiculous, but in the best way possible. Gary Oldman, oh my God, Gary Oldman always does what Gary Oldman does, what he does best. He's completely unhinged. His character, Zorg, is part evil genius, part sleazy businessman, and part southern cartoon. He's got a plastic haircut, a weird southern accent, and a weapon that could probably make you a sandwich and vaporize the planet at the same time. But the hilarious star of this movie, the best thing about it, is the fact that despite the stacked cast, it doesn't feel like anyone's trying to upstage anybody. All the characters, they gel together. The Fifth Element is futuristic, but it's messy, crowded, loud, and full of life. And it feels alive, flying cars, crazy outfits, deliveries from the sky. It's like Blade Runner threw a party and everyone from the 1980s fashion show showed up. It's not the kind of sci-fi that tries to be realistic. It's the kind that says, yeah, this makes no sense, but it's cool, and honestly, it is. Now, The Fifth Element isn't perfect. It's silly, outrageously over the top, but that's precisely why we love it. It's got heart, it's got humor, and it reminds you that the best sci-fi isn't about the spaceship and lasers. It's about imagination. I still remember watching this in my great aunt's house during the Christmas period with my brother and my cousins, laughing our head off, unable to sit still. This is one of those movies that emphasize the concept that sometimes punching, kicking, and pew-pewing everyone in sight may not be the best way to save the galaxy, but sometimes a little compassion and love might just be what you need to tip the scales. Be the difference between the light and darkness. And that's our trip. That's our journey to the past, from the 23rd century all the way to the past. Until we see again at the next one, keep the videotapes rewound, your one-liners reloaded, and of course, keep it retro. Deuces.